Man, that was a hard pee. Alright, man, come on, let's get out of here. I want to play right now, dude. Alright, you can just play when you get home, man. It'll be alright. I don't know, man. You know, a new update's coming out. What if they fuck you over? What if they mess the game up? Dude, I'm the best MOBA around. You know they're not gonna fuck me up. The devs love me. Alright, whatever you say. Whatever you say. Right, peace. Play me when you get home, man. Wait, hold on now. Why are all the Reddit comments complaining about me? I'm a fucking fantastic game. What the hell is going on? Deadlock! No! Deadlocked! What did they do to you, man? Let's face it, fellas. Yoshi didn't just drop the ball with this new update. He fucking Hail Mary threw it to the other team and lost us the damn game. Now, in case you guys haven't played in a couple days, let me warn y'all. Deadlock is in a crazy state right now. As I've said before, this is not a tips and tricks or a game analysis channel. So if you want super in-depth info on this new patch that just came out, then you're gonna have to go read the patch notes or watch one of the hundreds of videos that have come out concerning that. What I plan on doing here isn't some deep analysis. Nah, I plan on representing the rage that the community seems to currently have. Alright then, Frankie, what could have possibly happened with this game that has everyone foaming at the mouth with anger right now? Well, there's really only one important change, and even though that doesn't sound like anything too big, this change is actually so impactful that the game feels completely different than what it felt like a week ago. As we all know, the urn drop-off has been changed to being in the middle of the map. It doesn't matter if you're ahead, even, or behind on souls. It will always be in the middle. The drop-off and comeback mechanics for the urn have also been changed. Instead of it immediately being turned in, there is now a countdown that begins when you reach the drop-off zone. When this countdown is completed, you get the souls. But if someone on the enemy team heavy melees the urn, then the countdown timer is set back a little and it now switches to being a turn in for the enemy team. How far it goes back and how fast the timer will be completed depends on who's ahead and by how much. Now, I know that this sounds a little complicated, and believe me, y'all, it doesn't get any fucking simpler in game, because what this looks like in practice is like this.
I mean, go to ult, but look at this. You got it?
Like, what the fuck is this, man? That's not fun! Like, what? What is that? The urn is a crazy-ass minigame right now. If you fight at the drop-off point, you're basically just gambling for it, especially when it's an even urn. There's gonna be so many punches and shit being thrown in that drop-off that you're gonna feel like you're in an Indian-Chinese border fight where they're not allowed to use guns, so they just throw rocks and random shit at each other. It's ridiculous, man. So okay, the urn fights are unbelievably silly now, but the big problem that everyone has is with how the comeback urn mechanics work. If your team is losing and you have a comeback urn, when someone is carrying it, there will be a 60-meter radius around it that gives the losing team 50% resist. And notice how I didn't say gun or spirit. I just said resist. That's right, it's 50% resist in general, which I don't know about y'all, but to me that sounds like a lot. Now, what has happened thanks to these changes is that there are two big opinions that are being shared all over Discord, Reddit, Twitter, and whatever other platform people talk about Deadlock on. The first opinion is that the comeback urn is super overpowered and it gives the losing team way too much of an advantage, making it too easy for them to win a team fight, turn the urn in, and start a big comeback. The second opinion is that the comeback urn doesn't do shit, as it's super easy to counter the 50% resist, and since the drop-off is always in the middle, what happens now is that the winning teams are able to get every single urn and snowball crazy hard. In fact, it's not even really a snowball, it's more like someone figured out how to split an atom and then went, oh, damn. Holy fuck, dude, I did not expect this, wow. In case you guys want to know what I think that the first opinion is the wrong one, and that's really just a skill issue. Because I'm not gonna lie, y'all, countering the 50% resist is free as fuck. I'm actually gonna give you guys a little diamond of a guide right here on how to never lose a comeback urn fight as the winning team. The first step is that you want to be on the urn when it spawns in. You want your team to be the one to grab it, and the enemy kinda has to contest you on the pickup if you are there. The second step is that you want to fight before it actually drops. While the animation for the urn dropping is happening, no one can pick it up, so no one gets resist, and if you fight then, well, that's just a fight where you're ahead in soul, so that should be an easy W. And here's the big step, the most important thing you gotta do. The moment that the urn touches the ground, you wanna grab it and run away. As I said before, there is a 60-meter radius around it where you get the 50% resist. So if someone on your team grabs it and runs away, well, there's no resist. And boom, just like that, you want a team fight and turn the urn in. The wonderful thing here is that you're gonna be able to do this for every single urn. So yeah, these days I'm winning most games in less than 30 minutes and with ridiculous soul leads. Alright, so that's it for the technical reasons that people are mad. And I'm sure that if you have played recently, you can agree that things are a bit silly right now. However, I think that there's a massive fundamental problem with these new updates. And I'm gonna explain to you guys what this problem is by first asking you a question. Okay, I want y'all to close your eyes for this. When you have a shitter on your team, or really when you're trying to make fun of anyone in this game, what do you say to them?
Say thank you to your fucking dad, Lash. You're welcome for this entire game. You're trash. 10 kills, so bad, so
you guys
bad.
both suck, boo.
Thank you,
And you're
don't even
so
play,
bad.
boo. Hey, go play Marvel Rivals, pussy. Go play Marvel Rivals, pussy.
Valorant,
go play fucking
e-dater.
Marvel Rivals.
That's right. You tell them to go play Overwatch, Marvel Rivals, or sometimes Valorant, but mainly you just tell them to fuck off and play Rivals or Overwatch. If you really do play this game instead of pretending that you do on Twitter, then you've heard this a million times and you probably understand that while it is something funny that people kind of just say, it also has some truth behind it. The entire idea behind the insult is that you are telling these kids that they fundamentally misunderstand Deadlock, that they treat it like a hero shooter without understanding that it is primarily a MOBA, and because of that, they are ass at the game. So with this said, I wonder to myself, why in the fuck would Yoshi make an update that makes the game feel like a hero shooter? I understand that Deadlock needs more objectives, as most people right now can agree that it is lacking in that department. In a lot of my games before these updates, I did feel like I had nothing to do when I was both winning and losing. However, the solution to this shouldn't be to make the urn so in your face that it causes you to have to ignore the MOBA aspects of the game. Right now, what happens is that each team will have 1 or 2 guys that will sit in a side lane playing Deadlock, and then the rest of the players are gonna be like fucking cavemen just perma-fighting mid and playing Overwatch 3. And this isn't just some low elo scrub opinion. If it only came from my mouth, then yeah, that would be the case. I'm an oracle. But a lot of people in high elo also agree with what I'm saying. Here's me asking my Eternus friend Gavin what he thinks of the game right now. Gavin, what do you think of the game right now?
I think that it's in a decent spot. I don't like the urn though.
Does it feel like Overwatch when you play this shit?
It feels like Street Brawl, but instead of 4v4, it's just 6v6. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. What about like changing it to the side lane? Did that make it any better, or it's still the same crap where people are fucking perma-fighting?
It's a little better. You know, the 2 games that I did play with the new urn change, like everyone was still fighting over it. It was still kind of like Street Brawl, but in a side lane instead. I do like the new pickup spot for the comeback.
Yeah.
That's a little bit better.
There's a new pickup spot. I did not even know that. Wow. I'm fucking unprepared for this video. Holy shit. Alright, thanks Gav. So yeah, a bunch of people are frustrated with the game right now, and even though the title for this video is complete clickbait, like no, the game isn't ruined, it's still fun, I still play it for hella hours each week, the game is definitely in a state where people aren't the happiest. I think that the big issue here is that as a community, we don't really know what the devs have in mind for a complete version of Deadlock. So a lot of people get scared and concerned when an update feels bad, since they assume that this means that the final game will look like what these updates are showing us. However, this is not the case. We have a lot of proof that the development team listens to us and that what we say they truly do consider. Changes to ability names and character models have been made based on community feedback, and we know that the devs talk with super high ranked players that live and breathe Deadlock. And also, every time that the game feels extremely broken, it tends to quickly get fixed. Like, yeah, I get it if you think Mina is busted, the iframes are a little insane, but were you there when Apollo first came out? Cause that's what busted really looks like, man. I still get get nightmares about it. Yoshi himself said that he likes it when we complain. He needs us to in order to know what we think. I know that in an ideal world, we would all give good and constructive feedback, but at the end of the day, we are all dipshit gamers. So our feedback is mostly gonna be complaining. And I think that the dev team is smart enough to know when a complaint is valid or when it's just low elo scrub opinions. So if you're a keyboard warrior that just shits on people for complaining, or also if you're a keyboard warrior that just shits on the dev team, then you need to calm your ass down. Because guess what? The game's not even out yet, man. And as far as I'm concerned, Yoshi has shown us that he really does care. So let's let him experiment a little, and also let's be a little more positive, y'all. Come on.